Is it running? Yeah, I hear it. It's like, but, but like people, like I know that there are a lot of people. There are Sabbath keepers and people that live by the understanding of keeping the Ten Commandments and keeping the commandments. Okay, the entire Abrahamic legacy. You know, the people, children of Israel, and everybody, the keeping of the commandment. You know, thou shalt not steal and whatnot. Like I said, it's it is reality. Okay, it is reality. You know, okay. Um, you shouldn't steal. Okay. All right. If you broke one, you broke them all because all of them represent the one love state of being. That's why when you break one, you break them all. So when you keep one, how is it like? Okay. So the keeping of them all also represents the love state of being. The keeping of them all together represents one attribute. You see what I'm saying? You keep if you look at them, the keeping of them, it makes for a successful society and not chaos. It makes for a successful planet, a species of beings, even if they living in different areas and got different nations and whatnot. Still, those 10 from it being kept from the standpoint of a nation to the standpoint of down to a family, down I mean city, down to a family, down to individual, from big to small, the components. The same 10, if you keep the same 10, it's all good. It's all good in your work, you know. Uh, the point about it, though, what the salvation and the truth of the Bible is trying to stress, though, is this: with keeping commandments and religious practices of all sorts, okay? Not that they're pointless or anything like that, because, like I said, you know, if it's a part of my religion not to sleep with another man's wife, you know, okay, well, that stands to reason. The causing of harm is the bottom line of what makes sin. Is the it is the sin causes harm. It's not the sin is not the sin, the action itself. The action itself is not the condemnation. It's the resulting harm. That's the condemnation. The harm. Not the committing of the sin or the substance of the sin. The harm it causes. It causes harm. There is no, you know, I don't care how you look at it or how much money you got to cover it up. Sinning causes harm. If it don't harm nobody but yourself, it causes harm. Sin causes harm. So that's the condemnation, the harm. Walking around, with this unreligious understanding of, you know, being pressed upon about the committing of a sin. See, that's the veil of religion. That's the transfiguration, kind of like the sleight of hand of truth. That's the causing the harm, the doggone harm. He said, "Depart from me." You know, and he named sins. He said, "Workers of iniquity." The point of the whole "depart from me" was weeping and gnashing of teeth. Was the whole point. Nobody said nothing about being tossed in no lake of fire, nothing. Said out of darkness, where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth, the doggone harm is the problem. The harm, you see. So so I'm just saying, don't be like offended or misunderstood. It's the fact that, okay, the whole situation for all of mankind is this. Okay, you can be a person and that you grew up, let's say you were born and your mom and daddy gave you to the monks in the mountain. Okay, and the monks in the mountain raised you. Okay, and you have actually never actually committed in the flesh or even thought in the flesh committed what is known as a sin. You have never done that. Okay, and you are that person, you know, and you are that person and never done a sin, and 2 plus 2 will still equal 4. Good and evil state of human being. In that way, the color is not what makes it gold. What makes it gold is the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons. That's what makes it gold. The color don't make it gold. Okay? So the practices don't change how many protons, neutrons, and electrons. Right? It don't matter where you take the copper that's made from the element with the hydrogen, you know, no matter where you take it or how many different forms it is, it's still that what it is. That many protons, neutrons, electrons. So good and evil, state of human being. Never committed a sin. Never committed a sin, but that's how many protons, neutrons, electrons, human being. State of good and evil. So that's why I'm just saying, you haven't been keeping the law. Not what came down off that mountain. The doing of good, you've been doing the doing of good. What's necessary and beneficial and profitable, all that. But keeping that what came down off that mountain, state of being, love state of being, that's not possible. That's not possible. You don't have them, we don't have them protons, neutrons, electrons. Okay, we didn't get that. That's what the Bible's saying. That's all it's saying. You get that through the order of Melchizedek. Okay? No, but you don't get it. You have it imputed to you. You know, you're dressed or clothed or covered or such or filled in such and such. Okay? Baptized, that. Okay? And that ain't got nothing to do with nobody's religion. Okay? That's got nothing to do with your practices. Nothing at all. Love state of being. That's what you gotta have.